Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and another episode here on Alma, Missouri. We are in April 3. It is 9:30 in the morning and we gotta get some pallets loaded up of seed. Bobby is down. Something happened with our landscaping here, I think. I'm gonna have to fix some landscaping. Bobby is down at or up, I guess, at one of those northern fields just north of town. Started planting this morning. So we were on chore duty. Just getting some things cleaned up quick. We're gonna leave these forks right here so we can load the pallets up with the tractor. The electricians did come out, ran some lights through here. We got some decorative flags hung up here on the wall as well. We got some machines, or some tools and some more benches moved in here. Some pegboards hung up. Got ourselves a little fridge as well. I actually really love this area because this is very reminiscent of what the shop looks like, or like this area right here on the farm that I work on. It's kind of like a little area where you sit and, you know, sometimes have a few cold ones, you know, after a long day, hang out. So that's pretty cool. Really awesome detail here by Pleasant. Really cool. So yeah, that is an updated version of that shop. I think it's probably close to the final version of that shop as well. So we'll have to do a little bit of landscaping here because I think he added a concrete approach here. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of landscaping. And I think we're gonna have to move the truck as well. A little too close. But yeah, so we're gonna grab these seeds, or we're gonna load these seeds up, and then we're going to bring them down. We're gonna get the planter refilled, and we're gonna take over planting duties this morning. Sorry, truck. Didn't mean to bump you like that. Would love to upgrade the old truck at some point. The old farm pickup would be nice. It's kind of very low priority. It does the job for what I need it for. Run pallets around, or seed pallets around. Bring the head to and from the fields. Very, very simple task, so it's not like I need a super nice truck or anything for it. That should do it. So we'll just leave this here for now in case we need to load more pallets of seed. Bill did get finished cultivating this field. I think he's got one more to go. We'll have to check on that here at some point. Soon, probably, because we gotta try and follow him with the planter. So we'll finish these two northern fields up. And then I think we're gonna come down here, plant this field, and then we have the one big field that we've been combining to go. So quite a bit of planting yet to do. We got a little bit done, but still quite a bit to go. So I don't think that we'll be able to finish here today. Hopefully the beginning of next month we'll be done. And then it's kind of on to just, you know, we got to do some side dressing. We got to do some hay work, all the fun stuff. So, I believe he told me he's in this field right now. Should be correct. Oh, yep. Looks like he's finished. I don't know. We'll have him come meet us over here. We'll get filled up. And we'll catch you guys here shortly. Alrighty, so we are finished here. We did get loaded up. Turns out we had to just do some little bit of shuffling of seed into a few of these hoppers here to finish up this field. But we got her done. Then we topped it right back up. Bobby is now headed back to the farm. He is going to take over for Bill. Those are row markers, not not what we want, the button we wanted to push. But yeah, Bill's not coming in today because Bobby's just going to do the cultivating, which works for me. No reason to have Bill come in if we don't really have any work for him at the moment. So we'll get moved over to this next field now, which is just the one right next to the car wash. We'll probably call that one car wash. We'll call that one, we'll call this field, I'm trying to come up with names so we can talk about them and you guys can kind of know. I think we'll call this one rail side. This one's rail side. This next one is car wash. What do you think? Let me know what you think about the names, the field names. I think it's a pretty good idea. Because this one is right next to the car wash. Well, do-it-yourself car wash here. Should look into purchasing that. That'd be pretty cool if we could purchase that and like make like a side income every month or whatever. I think that'd be pretty slick. So we'll just get unfolded. We'll start working these headlands. You guys know the drill. You guys, would you here's a question for you. So I got away from the time lapses for a while. Would you guys like to see, instead of me just cutting it out, would you guys rather me throw it into like a time lapse while we're doing the field work? This is not how I wanted to start. I was not going to start right there. I was just talking and wasn't thinking. I was going to wait and back into the end row and do it that way, but whatever. So yeah, would you rather me cut the field work into time-lapse version, or just kind of do what we've been doing where I kind of just skip through just little updates here and there while we're doing the field work at normal speed? Very curious what you guys' thoughts are on that. So definitely, if you have feedback, definitely also let me know below. You got 2 jobs with this video. You gotta know what you think of the field names. Should we start creating field names? If you have suggestions for names, I'd love to hear suggestions for names. Because currently we got, well, we're thinking car wash, rail side. This is alfalfa. That's what we had in it. Alfalfa. I don't really have any names for the other ones. This one's big field. Because we keep combining it. Other than that, I don't really have... I've been calling this one the Far East Field 8. But eventually, this is probably not going to be big field anymore. Because if we ever pick up this or this, those are big, much bigger fields. And honestly, I think our new field is probably a little bit bigger than that other one as well, so... But that's okay, we can keep the names. As long as it has a name and then we know. That's going to be a lot of names eventually, because we're going to actually own the map. It's going to be a whole lot of names, so I'm needing suggestions for the fields that we have. I guess I've called this one backfield. This one's the backfield. I've never really called these ones anything, or this one. name suggestions, and if you guys would rather me throw the field work into a time lapse or not. We gotta know. Leave it in the comments. Appreciate it. Alright, so another change of plans slightly. The seed sales guy came out. I knew that we were getting a load of seeds here, but I wasn't sure when they would come. They pretty much showed up right as we were finished topping off with the last of our seed that we have on the farm currently. So we're going to get this loaded into the new shop here up on the storage, because I love this function. So great. Just so nice to not have like pallets laying around everywhere. You know, when you get enough of that kind of stuff, and it'll start tanking your FPS a little bit. At least for my computer. My computer is starting to get to the point where we're kind of getting to the older versions here. Time to upgrade here in the next year or so. But anyway. Yeah, we'll get these unloaded. I was just chatting with the seed salesman. Bobby took over and he is down at the field starting on planting. We'll probably let him go until we actually need to load or refill him. We couldn't fill all the hoppers, the seed hoppers full, so he was only at about 66%. So probably 2 of these pallets we'll just throw in the truck. And the rest of these will go up on the shelf. I just love seeing them go up there too. Love seeing them visually up on the shelf. It's so cool. I know for all the super realists that might not be a very appealing feature, but I don't know. There's some things in Farm Sim where you kind of gotta give, right? I like to think of myself as a realism guy in Farm Sim, but there's a few things where it's just quality of life, you know. It is very nice, and this is one of them. The pallet rack is fantastic, I'll tell you that much. So hopefully these 6 pallets of seed will do us for the year. I think by my calculations it should be pretty close to good. So we'll take these 2 over to the pickup and we'll load these into the pickup. Looks like we do now have some rain in the forecast though. So when is that coming? I was just checking prices on commodities here just a second ago. Forecast, where's this one at? There it is. Rain's coming. Okay, so not, what is that, 7 o'clock? Not terrible. So yeah, I'll get this loaded in the truck. Probably won't see you guys again until Bobby calls us up and says he needs a top off on seed, and we'll take over for him again. And then, yeah, probably go until the end of the day, likely. So this is one of these jobs that I always seem to forget about. Definitely forgot about it last year. We were putting away machines and I saw the roller sitting there by the bins, and I was like, I never actually roll their fields. So we're gonna roll these soybean fields. At least we're gonna try. We're gonna do as many as we can to hopefully help out. Well, that does not look right. So we're not gonna do that right now until I can figure out what the heck is going on there. I know I added a long time ago, I added the rolling texture to the map, the one by modding, which makes it look like a nice smooth rolling texture. And I'm thinking that maybe the texture was put not in the right spot and it got deleted, and now the game is looking for it and it's not there. That is my guess, so I'm gonna have to go in and do a little research there, but we might end up not doing any rolling again this year, unfortunately. I had this grand plan of getting some work done while Bobby was planting. But yeah, we're not gonna do that. That looks like trouble waiting to happen. So hopefully that goes away. That little spot that we rolled. We'll just move this out of the way now. Since we have this little piece now that we can, this catch-all area. This New Holland was doing really well weight-wise without even any weights on the front. I really like this tractor. This tractor could be a really nice addition to the farm, I think, eventually. Obviously, right now we don't have a ton of money, but I think if we could come back to it later on, and maybe after we sell our beans, because we have like estimated $230,000 of beans that need to be sold in July, so it's definitely an option here in the future. It'd be really nice. Alrighty, so Bobby did give us a call. He's gonna need some seed very soon here, so we're just gonna pull up into the field. Probably be the easiest. Give him adequate room to turn around. Sounds like he's going to make this last pass over there. And then we'll swing back over here. We'll get topped off, and then I'm going to take over for the rest of the evening. I'm really nervous that we're not going to beat the rain. Kind of took a lot longer for him to do the headlands than we expected, so fingers crossed we can beat the rain, because I don't want this field to go 2 different growth stages. That always bothers me, because if the rain hits, it's likely that we're not going to be able to finish this evening, and all the stuff that's been planted going into next month is going to be a different growth stage than what has been planted, so we're really going to be pushing to get this done. Off he goes. We're topped up, ready to go. Should be able to finish the rest of this field with a full planter. Like I said, he was only at about 60% when he started on this field, so we should have plenty of seed to finish up here. We did order an extra pallet though, so what is he? So he only did 2 ends here. Makes me kind of want to go back down and do a 3rd. I'm not gonna lie to you. Where GPS lines are at looks pretty accurate. I'm missing some there. We didn't start straight. Keep on planting. It's pretty much all it is. We really got to get into these wheat fields to get them sprayed with fertilizer before they're ready to go, because what time of the month is wheat? So we got 2 months still yet to spray, so that's probably going to be the big job for next month, as well as doing some haying. So we got plenty of time. It would certainly be nice to be able to get into those fields earlier at less growth state, because you know we do destroy some of the crop with the sprayer that we have, because we tend to spray fertilizer on that crop so late in their growth stage. We were able to get in there a little bit earlier, or even spread fertilizer before we even planted. That would be really nice. That's what we do a lot of the time. real life. As soon as you get the beans off, you're having the spreader spread fertilizer down on that ground for the wheat, for when you go through and drill the wheat. So yeah, I don't know. That would be nice. That'd be a nice way to do it, because then you don't have to worry about it. It's almost like one of those jobs where you're always thinking about it. It's always in the back of your mind, but you just don't have the time because you have planting season and for harvesting. You're usually harvesting, trying to get corn off. So just need more time of the day, or even more workers, to be honest. That would be nice. We were pretty short-handed last year. Not short-handed during harvest last year, but I feel like we had enough. We were just, it would be nice to be able to have that extra fourth person to be able to run tillage and maybe even do some spreading and stuff for us. So then, yeah, we don't have to worry about the late season fertilizer spraying application on the wheat during the spring. Thoughts of Farmer Sim here in the operation. Well, we are quickly approaching on up to 5 o'clock. We are quickly running out of time as well, it feels like. Got about 2 hours. I believe we got 2 hours until we get rain, so we're working to beat it. I think we should beat it, although I don't even believe that we're halfway done yet. We're close. We're close to halfway, and we started around 3 o'clock, so... Well, Bobby started around 3 o'clock, and Bobby was struggling on the headlands, so I think we should make it. And if we have to plant through a little bit of rain, I think that we're going to. Hopefully it's not too heavy to where it's gonna tear up our field, but I think we should be okay. Knock on wood. We're probably gonna have to stop to get... Well, I would say that we might have to stop to get seed, but I'm also trying to figure out how we want to attack this. Should be... I think I'm gonna just plant a few north-south rows here. It's gonna make it very awkward for harvesting, but it's gonna be awkward in this space anyway when we're harvesting it, so I think it'll be okay. We'll just have to remember that we did this, and we might have to just harvest this end an extra few headrows or headlands north and south. I usually want to like harvest it the same way that we plant it, but a lot of the time we end up using, you know, Courseplay or something, and it just does a completely random, awkward diagonal direction. And I know that we could probably fix that by setting an angle and stuff, so I'm going to try to remember that specific detail, but we'll see if we will, because I'm sure it'll be a while until we get to harvest season. Here we go. Should cover it on the backside of this island here. And then we'll just start going east and west again. And this tractor is just so like, just look at that. Look how much it sways back and forth. Need better suspension on it or something. Holy crud. That's crazy. Maybe if Pleasant ever figures out what's wrong with his 8000 that does that, we can maybe fix it on this tractor too. That'd be nice. We're also going to plant one more time pass around the island as well. At least on the side that we haven't planted, so we can treat it as a headland and turn around easier on it. There we go. Just like that. And this planter is getting a workout. Look how dirty it is. Did I wash it? I think I washed it. Did I wash it last night? I'm not sure if I did. I definitely washed. We gotta reset our auto drive, or our GPS track too. We're gonna overplant a little bit, but that's okay. I didn't save the GPS after the last time I got off, so we're trying to redo it to make it perfect, and it's not. It's been a struggle. There we go. Someday we'll own this land, this farm here. I let the secret out one day. See, we're missing. I think we're just gonna deal with it. A little bit that we missed. Maybe we'll come back and grab it. But one of our past streams, I think it was like the one where we were gonna build a farm on Nowhere, Kansas or something, and we ended up, I don't know, something ended up happening where the game froze and crashed, and then we ended up playing a little bit of Alma, and I let the cat out of the bag what my plan is for this farm, because we do have to own that eventually to own the map, obviously, so we got to own all the farms. I think that's going to be a very near future purchase, honestly. I really do. Either this next year or likely year 6. I think likely year 6 is when we'll probably purchase that farm. So if you want to know what I said, it's my plan for that farm, you can try and go search for it in one of the past streams. But I'm not leaking any plans yet for that. It's a surprise. So how far along are we? Let's look on the map. So we're about half now, I'd say. Probably half. With the length of passes getting longer now, I think we're probably about half. It's taken a while. This field is big. It is a big field. It's starting to feel like with this field and this one that we just bought and this one that we just combined, it's starting to feel like we can probably start justifying here in the near future a 16 or 24 row planter. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about that. But now that we're actually planting and the amount of time that it is taking to get this job done, I'm thinking that upgrade is going to be coming sooner rather than later. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Obviously not this year because we're nearly finished with planting season, so that would just be ludicrous to upgrade our planter like that. But maybe moving into next year, it'll be an end of year purchase to, you know, help with some tax deductions, stuff like that. So maybe that's going to be the big purchase. I know I feel like I feel like we've upgraded planters every year. And I feel like I just said, oh, I think that we're going to keep this planter for a while. But honestly, I feel like we're going to be able to start justifying it here soon. And I've mentioned in past that it's one of those things where it's a balance between the quote-unquote realism and this time that it takes to do the jobs. And I feel like once you start getting into this challenge enough, it starts to become the time portion of jobs and stuff, especially as a video creator, starts to become a little bit more important than the air quotes realism. So we try to do as much realism as we can, but this series is a little bit more laxed on that. think I have an idea for a more realism series that I'd like to maybe look into doing here soon. So I'm gonna just keep going, guys. I'm just gonna keep on trucking, because then we gotta finish this. Probably gonna have to feed the cows quick here this evening once we're done, or maybe I'll call Bobby up and he can do that while we're planting. I'm not sure what he's doing right now, to be honest with you. I think he's probably about to call it quits. It's reaching 6 o'clock, so he may have already headed home, honestly, but we might have to have him before he does. Hopefully he hasn't headed home yet, because we're gonna have to have him bring us down a few more pallets of seed. Because now that we're down to 19% and the amount that we do have left, we are gonna need that seed. So I'll be giving Bobby a ring here, and we'll catch you guys shortly. Well, it is 7 o'clock and we've yet to be rained out, so hopefully we won't. We got one more pass. It's starting to get a little bit dark out, and like on the forecast, I mean, it does say rain is a-coming. Oh, I guess we have another hour. So my conversion of military time is off, so we had plenty of time. But definitely cut it closer than I thought. So, but it is getting a little dark, so I just wanted to check in quick and show you guys that we did actually finish. We are very, very close to finishing. And yeah, so we'll finish this up, head back to the farm, probably get the planter cleaned off if it's not raining yet still, and we'll call her a day. So we'll catch you guys in the beginning of next month. Alrighty, so we're working away. Morning of May 1. We got most of the headlands done. We didn't do the whole make 3 circles around the field thing, because I knew I was going to be doing this whole thing by myself, so we just did 1 around the field, and then we've been doing our next 2 kind of next, instead of doing them all at once. You know what I mean? That was awful. It was an awful way to explain that, but I think you kind of understand what I'm talking about, I hope. If you've seen me plant my fields before in the more realistic way. So we've been at it since 8 o'clock. It's already almost 10 a.m. Holy crapes. Time flies when you're having fun, I guess. So, cows have not been fed. We pretty much got up, got after it. We did get rain last night, like right as we were finishing, so it was like perfect timing. So we pretty much came back, parked up the tractor and the planter, and call it a day. So, and then this morning we got up, washed the planter because it was real dirty. Needed a little bit of love. And so yeah, we're just banging out this field. I'm definitely thinking come this fall, fall, we're gonna expand this field. There's a lot of room here that we could be planting and using. So I think we're probably gonna take it almost all the way up to the fence line there of the, what is that, the bin dryer or the grain mill there, grain mill's property. So I do believe that we do own that. So now we're gonna swing over here. We're gonna grab this roll like that. And we're gonna start working our way across the field. We kind of did a weird one because we finished this headland and then there's like a straight here, then there's another headland, so we just took it right here straight down, planted back and forth this way, and now we're gonna swing back this way and finish it up all in one. So this is a cool field. I like it. There's a lot of good undulations in it, and yeah, I don't know, this map is just really good because it's not like flat and it's not like super hilly either. Like the overly exaggerated hills are the ones that like I don't like a ton when you feels like your tractor's like sideways. But I like small undulations, and the occasional big hill is okay, but the big hills are the ones that I don't really enjoy a ton. So I think that's why this map really hits, because this terrain is very, very similar to where I'm at in Michigan. It's very much like this. I know you guys maybe, if you're not from Michigan, you might think, well, what? You've played the Michigan maps by Kahler Farms. His farms are more based off the eastern side of Michigan, where it is very flat, a lot of windmills, a lot of sugar beets, potatoes, all that stuff. It is very flat. Once you start working more towards mid-Michigan and the western side of Michigan, it does start to get very hilly, just a lot more terrain than just that flat land that you might be thinking of with the Huron 16X or the, you know, the Michigan farms. Because that, I mean, that's pretty accurate to that area. Where I'm from, it's very much like this, and I think that's, yeah, again, that's why I enjoy this map so much. It just feels like home. It does. Small town here that feels exactly like the small towns that I know, that I drive through, and yeah, I just love it. Got that main street where you got the old brick buildings and all that stuff. It's just great. He did such a good job on it. And the fact that Celebuki's not even from America and he made this map feel so real is just, I mean, props to him, man. That is some fantastic work. Bobby had to make an emergency run over to the seed dealer to get another pallet of seed quick, because we ran out. All 6 of those pallets that we brought in yesterday were not enough, surprisingly. I thought we were going to have all sorts left. Well, not all sorts. I thought we'd at least have one more left, but turns out we had to go buy some more, so it is what it is. But we got probably, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 passes left, if I were to guess, so that is where we're going to call this episode, guys. We are finally finished with planting. It was a long one. It was a grind this year, it felt like. So, on to hay and top dressing next episode, probably. We're definitely going to be, Benny and I are going to be taking some time out and putting some fence up in that front yard area that we've been mowing over the last year. That used to be a pasture. We're going to put it back into a pasture. We actually got the pasture, or we got the feed ring and the water trough hooked or set out there already, so it is ready to go. Just need some fencing because those steers are feeling a little cramped in that small barn that we got for them. So it's time to move those big fellas out and give them some room to graze. But that is going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, hit that like button. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed what you watched, for access, easier access to future content. I don't have my end spiel down yet, quite yet, huh? We're like 300 plus videos in and I still don't have a spiel. What kind of YouTuber am I? Thank you to the YouTube channel members. You guys are awesome. Thank you to everybody that's been donating and supporting financially and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool. It's amazing. I feel very humbled by it. So you guys are incredible. Thank you. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.